All right. Now we're back in the YouTube. The YouTubes. All right, let's see how long it takes some people to jump in. The party was just going on in Instagram. Instagram isn't bad, but it's not great. So let's see what happens now. Let's get some people over here. Let's see what's popping. Let's see. There we go. We're here. We're here. We're here. We're back in YouTube. What is up? You guys back? Who we got in here? Who we got? Who we got? Who we got? Who we got? We gotta talk about this Ngannou fight, man. I was so hyped. Insanity. Hyped. I didn't want a knockout to happen that bad in a while. And it was a thing of beauty. It was beautiful. It was beautiful, right? That was a beautiful knockout. Man, I enjoyed it. Who we got? Who we got in the chat? What's going on? Talk to me, guys. I want to hear everybody's opinion on the Ngannou fight. Any questions? The Zhang fight too. Nick Ball, British dude who looks like he's from Long Island, but he's from England apparently. With his dirty tactics, he fought. Um, Wrestling, throwing homeboy. What's up, Vasilio's Pizza? Oh, Paulie. Vasilio's Pizza. Okay, well, whatever. What's up, Paulie? So yeah, man. Yeah, Nick Ball, who should have lost that fight. I'm okay with the draw because he came on at the end, but one of those knockdowns was not a knockdown. So D White, one of those knockdowns was not a knockdown. He threw homeboy. He's throwing him down the whole fight. He threw him down, and as he was stumbling, he hit him and he fell. He was already the momentum of the throw already had him going down. So that shouldn't have been a knockdown. So you take that away, and Nick Ball loses. And I thought Ramos was beating on him in the beginning. Just near the end, Ramos tired, probably in part to all the dirty tactics, because that'll wear you out. You know, those of you who've been in there know, who don't know, I'm telling you, it'll wear you out. Pitchers getting tossed around, doing anything you're doing, just getting thrown to the floor repeatedly. That wears you out. So, that's what happened there. But what did you guys think of the fight cards? I thought they were good. They were good. I was very wrong by Anthony Joshua. Did you? Oh, were you the one who picked Joshua to lose? You remember what I said, right? What did I say? I said knockout. Knockout. I saw it coming. And only because Anthony Joshua is an experienced boxer, former heavyweight champion. Francis Ngannou is a bare bones beginner. So, of course, he's going to get knocked out. Very likely. Now, the fact that Tyson Fury didn't knock him out made all of us like, we put, the recency bias. You guys heard of recency bias? It is like what it sounds like, being biased of what the most recent fight performance. Recency bias in boxing is big. We got dudes, because Ngannou looked so good against Joshua, everybody thought Ngannou was just, he got ranked top 10 in the WBC because he looked good against one fight against Fury. That's just wild. Ngannou never been down was a brilliant result. He never been down because he never got hit by a boxer besides Fury. Why Fury didn't drop him, I don't know. Felt like Fury wasn't trying to commit. Fury threw a couple hard ones when the bell first rang. Then he just was like, oh, that's not working. And this dude is strong because the dude dropped him. So then Fury just got on his bike and didn't try to knock him down again much. I don't know why he didn't, but and also let's not take anything away from Joshua. Anthony Joshua could punch hard. You know what I mean? Yeah, Anthony Joshua could punch real hard. D White, where you from, man? What part of the country you coming from? Yeah, Anthony Joshua could punch hard. Where's everybody tonight? Maybe Sunday nights are no good for live streams. It's slow tonight. I don't like it. But yeah, so New Zealand. Oh snap! That's right. We talked about the David Tua. Did Jimmy Thunder die? Is that true? I heard he died. It's Jimmy Thunder, man. So you're a big. He was from. Wasn't he from? Was he Australian or was he? Oh, right, Joseph Parker. Okay, I wouldn't say incredible, D. White. I wouldn't say incredible. Joe Parker had somebody not throwing punch. He got dropped twice, and the dude, the output, he wasn't trying. I think if Zhang put his foot on the gas, Zhang was fighting 25%. If Zhang fights 50% out of 100, 50 only, he beats Parker. So I don't really agree. I think that's it. Same thing with Wilder. No disrespect to Parker, but Wilder too, he didn't do anything. It was a mix of Parker had to do something given, but it was more the other fighters not doing anything, in my opinion. Anthony Jones, what up? It's because the power not real. AJ power super solid. Fury handles you and tires you out with both shots. Well, I don't know about both shots behind your head, but yeah, you're right. I mean, Fury does have power. When you're 280 pounds and you get every ounce of weight behind that punch, that's a hard shot. Richard, what up? Dude, AJ power puncher, but Fury a better boxer puncher. You can't train that. Yep, absolutely. Nah, man, I'm feeling Jay Parker. Okay, well, you guys could feel Parker. I don't think I don't think Joe Parker. I think it was more to do with what his opponents didn't do. You saw when Zhang put his foot on the gas, what happened? What happened? He went down. Parker doesn't have really power to hurt any real heavyweights. His power is not great. It's not crap, but it's not great. His speed is good, but not great. He just is, even as a tactician, good, maybe even above average, but not great. He does everything mediocre to a little bit above average. But when his opponents, on top of that, are doing very little, that's what happens. I'm telling you, Parker can't beat Joshua. That already happened. We won't beat this version of Joshua. Won't beat Tyson Fury. Won't beat Usyk. Definitely won't beat Usyk. Usyk will box the socks off him. You had a point about Parker. Thank you, sir. And Fury Hart to get up after a shot. Only time AJ displayed that was when he beat Klitschko. Yeah, but don't forget, Klitschko is one of the hardest punchers in history. Second longest reigning heavyweight champion in history was Vladimir Klitschko. It's like 9 years. That's no joke. So getting up from that straight right hand, which is one of the most famous straight right hands and hardest in history, I give AJ props. He looked like he kind of quit against Ruiz. I'll be honest. He looked like he could have got up at the second time. He just didn't. So nobody talks about that, though, but he kind of quit. Unless there's something I'm unaware of. Joseph Parker certainly not ducking anyone. Fought Ruiz, Joyce Wilder. Yeah, he's not ducking anyone. I just don't think his victories are as impressive to me. And I'm not against them. Guys, I'm not biased. That's the thing. Sometimes I'm biased against fighters I like as people, but not when it comes to their boxing performance. I'm not biased. I don't like Parker. I don't dislike him. I'm just calling it how I see it. And of course, it's all subjective. You could disagree. Fury also got steroids and HGH and is bigger than everyone. HGH, human growth hormone. Fury's on steroids? Did he get popped for that? I don't even follow that stuff because everybody gets popped for steroids. Andy hit the temple hard to recover and fast hand Migo on you. Yeah, Andy hit him up top, but still, when he went down, Joshua kind of looked up and he was like, you saw in his face, I don't want to, I'm okay. My eyes, the eye connection was solid. The eye contact was solid with the ref. Just, I don't want to keep going. That's kind of what I saw. So, but now Parker is a player. Now he's a legit player in the heavyweight division now because he just beat two of the top 5 heavyweights, right? Back to back. So there it is. Whoop, there it is. Yeah, Ruiz has fast hands, super fast hands. I admire that he does what he does out of physical gifts of everyone else. I'm talking about Parker. Yeah. Because he dropped Andy, he thought he had an easy dub. He did, but when he went down, he got up against Klitschko, no problem. Well, not no problem. He was hurt. So why not against Ruiz? Weird. Because he dropped Andy, thought okay, you already said that. I already read that one. Yeah, so it was weird. But we can't forget that because if that shows rears its ugly head, It's always there. Like, I'll give you guys an example. I've been fighting since I was 13, right? I've been in the ring many times, sparring, actual fights. I've been in when I don't want to go in, when I'm tired, when my head's not there, when I'm in a sad, whatever. And even when I'm getting my ass whooped, which by the way didn't happen much, and I'm not just saying that, it didn't. I never thought of quitting. Never. When that bell rings, maybe sometimes I won't try that hard. You know what I'm saying? Like cover up and let the clock out. But I would never thought of quitting. And that's the difference. If that's in you, it's in you. If it's not, it's not. Feel me? Okay, I thought you guys wrote something, but you didn't. Yeah, so I never did that. So the fact that AJ did that once, you can't stop considering that because you never know. You know what I'm saying? You never know. So we'll see what happens when AJ's in there against Fury. We'll see what happens if he goes up against Wilder. Look, all Wilder needs is one fight where he is himself. Because even the fight against Helenas, he was not himself, circling like a chicken with his head cut off, and then just luckily landing that punch on the back foot with no leverage behind it and knocking him out. So if we just see one fight with Wilder being himself, where he's going forward, gets a knockout, whole world will be amped with him and Joshua. They will. He's only had one bad fight. I mean, even the fights with Fury that he lost, that power was there. He had one fight, Wilder, that was bad in terms of not himself at all. What you guys think? Guys, please hit the like button. I got to keep reminding that. Please, please, please talk to me. I haven't had a comment in a couple minutes. Tell me what's popping. What's on your mind? Tell me, tell me, tell me. So we're going to see. We're going to see. But what's the next big heavyweight fight? I don't know. Jimmy Thunder passed away in 2020. He had one of the fastest knockouts on record. It was actually big Chris Bird fan. He fought Jimmy Thunder. Yeah, Chris Bird beat the crap out of Jimmy Thunder. Jeremy Williams had a faster knockout than Jimmy Thunder, but the official record for some reason is later. See, here's a problem with knockouts, guys. It's when the ref waves it off, and sometimes the ref will take a little longer, sometimes they won't. But yeah, my former partner Jeremy, he had a 4-second knockout, and the ref waved it off at 8. 4 counted. 4 goes down, counted to 4, and then was like, how you feel about Bivol and Arthur outcome? I think Bivol going to put them stone hands to the test and get Stone. Yeah, I think I got Arthur Beterbiev beating him. And do you know why? Because Arthur Beterbiev has done that 100% of the time by knockout. I got Arthur Beterbiev stopping him. Prime Lennox versus Francis Ngannou. You got to be. Addery, are you trolling? Are you a troll? Addery, are you a bot? Are you AI? Is this AI? Prime Lennox versus Francis. You please, for the love of Jesus and the boxing gods, tell me that you're just joking. Please. Not trying to put you down, because maybe you're new to the sport, but Lennox Lewis destroys Ngannou quicker than Joshua did it. Quicker. I don't want you ever mentioning Anthony Ngannou's name with Lennox Lewis in the same sentence. Don't ever do that, please. Please don't ever do that again. Please never say Lennox and Ngannou. Don't. Ever. I'm saying he's stone feet. Bivol showed an iconic talent. Because he beat Canelo? There's another recency bias. The only person Bivol's beaten is Canelo in terms of a big name and convincingly. And Canelo wasn't doing much. Canelo said he hurt his hand or his shoulder, so I believe him. Because look at that. Canelo was barely throwing, and when he did, he threw at the arms. So to me, I think it's recency bias. I think Bivol, I got to lean towards Beterbiev to do what he's done 100% of the time. How could you argue against 100%? It's a joke. Good. Good. I wasn't trying to mess with you. I mean, I was trying to mess with you, but I figured you're joking because most people come to my page. Bruce, what up? Bruce in the building. Bruce, man, I enjoyed every effing second of that Ngannou fight. You remember how I called it? Knockout, and that's what happened. And be like Michael Grant. Yeah, worse, because Grant was actually a boxer. Grant's mad cool, too. I've interviewed him, guys. His interviews are here on this page. You could Google or search Marco Boxing, Michael Grant interview. Arthur's 20 fights, Bivol be champ like 7 years. Okay, that's a good point, but Beterbiev has like 300 amateur fights. Like Beterbiev has mad experience. Less pro experience maybe, but I don't even know if he does have less pro experience. To me, it's not an experience level thing. And it's about who you fought. It really is about who you fought and who you're gonna fight. It's about who you fought and who you're gonna fight. You know what I mean? Like that's a big one. Who you fought. Records can mean something, but they could also not mean something. Me, same thing with belts. Belts can mean something, but to me, it's not about the belt. It's about who had the belt, who you beat to get the belt. So that's why I'm not always impressed with, oh, this guy's a unified champion. This guy's WBC. Okay, but who did he beat? Because we all know that there's a lot of guys who won belts that shouldn't have the belts. Either they were gifted the belt, they got a vacant belt, they won a fight they shouldn't have won, bad judging, bad stoppage, or they were forced to fight for a vacant belt against somebody who was also not qualified, who's, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of reasons. He does because Bivol fought Saul. Arthur has fought no one. That's true. That's true. That's just one fighter. So, but you're right. He that's right. Bivol didn't fight anybody. Well, Bivol fought Yard. He fought a few people, but nobody at Canelo's level. MMA is pointless because they knock out a lot of people with their hands. Might as well do boxing and make millions that way. Absolutely. You're talking about Ngannou. Yeah, exactly. Ngannou, I just read a statistic. I don't know if this is true. His entire purse for all of his MMA fights combined was 600,000 over the years. He just made 20 million fighting Joshua. So 5 years, 7 years, 600,000. 2 rounds, 20 million. I mean, no brainer, right? No brainer. Man, that's straight right. That Anthony Joshua landed the rudimentary boxing 101 straight right. Right? The both first knockdown, simple. He went down to the body, brought his body and his head and acted like he was on jab to the body, down to Ngannou's body, and shot the straight right up. So Ngannou, if you see Ngannou sees him coming, puts his hand down because he thinks he's good, and boom. And then the second one was a classic pull counter. Classic boxing 101, fundamental. He just waited for Ngannou to jab and shot the straight right over. And if you see what Joshua did, he was doing this before. You saw it in the locker room on the pads. He perfect way to get all of the power in a straight right hand. He twisted his hip. He extended the punch fully, extended his body all the way forward, snapped his shoulder at the end. Classic. And went and shot it straight. You know what I'm saying? AJ's performance was on point. What's up, Jay? Jai? I predicted third round KO. I was off by a round. Good stuff, though. Do you think heavyweight division is coming back to life with all the fights? Yes. The problem is we're going to get tied up now in a bunch of rematches. Usyk and Fury got to do it twice. But yes, it's alive. No brainer for real. Word mother. Damn, I really thought. What's up, Casanova? Damn, I really thought. Guys, please hit the like button too, by the way. Please, please, please. Damn, I really thought Ngannou had a chance. That dude. Were you the one talking to me about Ngannou winning? That was you, right, Casanova? What did I say? Did I not say knockout? And again, I'm not a genius. People are wrong. Predicting a fight doesn't. It's not like a dick measuring thing. But I knew it was going to happen because you're getting. I removed the recency bias of how good he looked against Fury and Ngannou, and you're getting a former heavyweight champion, an experienced boxer against a complete beginner. That's why I knew it was going to happen. And the straight right hand is the most rudimentary, the most basic punch, and the hardest to guard against, and beginners are the most susceptible to straight right hands. That's how I knew. Yeah, beautiful second knockdown. Word up. What's up, cool JC? Better be putting people to sleep. I just said that. Agreed. Sleepy time. Agreed. How you gonna go SP against a hard hitter, top heavyweight? How you gonna go? I don't know what that means. Marco, I think Ryan going to stop Haney and put an end to this YouTube push of Devin. Nah, you're wilding out. I think Devin boxes his tube socks off. 12 rounds of just a not even a 101, a boxing 501 class, advanced. Hey Mario, do you train now? It's Marco. That's probably a typo. Yeah, man, I train every day. I box every day, every day. Hell's yeah. Nah, for 47, man, I can still go. You check out my videos. I got videos of me hitting bags, stuff. You check it right here on. I got a bunch of shorts. I don't know. Have you seen my shorts, Jai? Got a whole bunch. You get a lot of views too. Hit hit the like Marco up next. Word up. What do you mean I'm up next? Like, I don't know what that means. I like it. Sounds good, but I don't know what it means. Bro, I was just playing. I would never bet on Ngannou when it came down to it. Good. Typo. Yeah, I figured. I know you know who I am. Haney boxes Ryan's ears off. Yup. Boxes his socks off. Tube socks and slip right off. Boop. Southpaw, why he went Southpaw against. Yeah, I didn't realize that Ngannou. Did you guys know this? I just saw this. Ngannou briefly went Southpaw against Joshua. Why? Because he's getting cocky. He had a good fight against the greatest heavyweight in the world, current, and he's got cocky. And he thought he could do whatever he wants. He thought he's this like 1 in a million rarity in fight sports, and he wasn't. But he thought it, and I partially don't blame him because he, yeah, I don't think Dewey. I'm gonna get Dewey on. I think tomorrow. I'm gonna try and talk to Dewey. Up next with unbiased dialogue. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you. I try my hardest. Well, I don't try. That's how I think, and I give you who I am. And again, I could be biased with guys I like. Like for example, I like Benavidez as a person. Now, but I love him as a fighter, and it's not because he's cool as a person. You know what I'm saying? What'd you say? Up next, okay, he caught with the right, and then he went southpaw. Oh, so after the first knockdown, he went southpaw. This dude don't even fight southpaw in UFC. Yeah, yep. That's what happened after the first knockdown. He went southpaw. You saw his face when he got hit. He's that old shit face. He didn't know what was. He was so shocked, so shocked. That's how big his head got from Fury. Like you're shocked that you got dropped by a former heavyweight champ of the world, and this is your second fight. Think about it. That's shocking you. Oh, because people have been blowing smoke up your ass. Oh, you're from the sand mines and you're gangster, and not a literal gangster, but you grew up tough and you dominated UFC. And okay, that's all true, but that has nothing to do with boxing. Nothing to do with boxing. Who are your top 3 active fighters any weight class? Bud Crawford, Tank Davis, Inoue. And then there's a few others arguable, but Crawford, Davis, Inoue. How about you? What are your thoughts on Bud versus Eubanks? Yeah, weak. You just gave me the thoughts. Weak as shizers. I don't want to see that. By the way, I don't curse because apparently you get flagged and it messes up the algorithm, and my video doesn't get shown as much if I curse, so I try not to curse. Not because I'm some like weird Mormon or something. No offense to Mormons. Damn, bro, with Francis have been training since like 7 years old in boxing. A lot of people will be unstoppable, but boxing is a science. It's experience. You can't make up for experience, no matter what. First knockdown came from switching stance. That's why I say Ngannou feeling himself. Yeah, I've seen all the UFC fights once and never seen him go in southpaw. It's okay against Fury because he don't hit hard. I think Fury hits hard. I disagree with you, man. Since Fury was trained by Sugar Hill, and he put his weight and he started punching, he's knocked out everybody except Ngannou. So that's 1, 2. That's 4 knockouts straight. Fury can hit. He's not a super hard puncher, but anybody who's almost 300 pounds and turns that leverage into that punch hits hard. What's up, AK Crowder? Blessings to you too, my man. Did you witness our savior, our British savior, take out that MMA, as my man Shannon Briggs calls him, MMA pie? Pie because you eat him up. Blah, 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 blah. I kind of knew AJ could keep his distance on and land. Word mother, I mean. Bud, Tank, Haney. You got Haney over Inoue. Haney's great. I just like a more exciting fighter. And Haney, while he's been exciting-ish lately, overall he's not to me as exciting as Inoue. But yeah, that's a great list too. But to do it against AJ right off the bat, shaking my head. Yup, me too. LOL. I think Canelo gonna fight David after David beat the winner of Bivol Arthur. People gonna get the fight at 75. Mark my words, Marco. Richard, I hope to Jesus and Mother Mary and baby Jesus that you're right. I hope you're right, but I don't think that's going to happen. Why would he have not fought him up to this point? You think maybe, okay, it's a better victory if Benavidez goes up and beats those guys. It'll make the victory better, but why not? It's 4 years of mandatory. I don't see it happening. I don't think he wants to fight Benavidez, but I hope you're right. Boy, do I hope you're right. Jannard Hill, what's poppin'? My name is spelled with a K, but I still appreciate you. Jannard Hill, that's a dope icon you got there. It's a crown. That's fresh. I like that. It's simple, but it's dope. I like the gold and the black. Fresh. What's up, cool JC? Canelo's never fighting Benavidez. That's what I'm saying. Marco Boots need to lock up control and become the money man of the welterweight division and prepare for the new crop of fighters at 140. Well, Boots is 47, but Boots can create himself a Mike Tyson era. He can, but no one wants to fight him. Nobody. And Boots is barely hanging on to dear life at 47. He's going to go up to 54 soon. And mark my words, he'll be at 60 way sooner than later. Ngannou can still fight Wilder. Wilder looked washed his last fight, so they can sell that fight. Absolutely. And it's a good build up for Wilder. That's a good one. Ngannou Wilder next. I agree with you, Casanova. That ball fight, disgusting. Yep, I'm shocked the internet felt he won and the referee was terrible. Yep, he was throwing way too many times. I thought he lost the fight. With the knockdown, then a draw is okay. But that one knockdown where he tossed Homeboy, he tossed him across the ring, and as he was tripping over from the throw, he landed a punch. They called it a knockdown. Bad call. So I agree with you. The referee let him get away with a lot of dirty tactics. No good. Fury all cap. He's huge. I don't know what that means. What do you mean? All cap, like all like lies, or all? I don't know what that. Or all caps. I don't know what you mean. Ngannou should stay in boxing. He could sign with Bob and get fed bums and actually build up a record. He could, but he looked shook. He said in the press conference after, like, I think I'm going back to MMA. I'm like, yeah, maybe you should. Marco, if Bud beats Eubank, I don't see that fight. I think that's a whack fight, but I'll continue reading. And Charlo, his legacy is still the Hall of Fame. I'm okay with Crawford versus Eubank as long as it leads to a fight with Charlo and or Canelo. Yeah, he should fight Charlo. Charlo's just a bigger name, more money than Eubank. Eubank actually, we could be wrong. Eubank has a huge European following. He might make more money fighting Eubank. I think Eubank's way more dangerous. Eubank's 6 feet, 6'1", natural 168-pounder. No. I think that's dangerous for Bud. Guys, please smash the like button, por favor. He will fight David for undisputed at 75. Canelo. I hope you're right. I pray to Buddha that you're right. Your opinion on Jake Paul Tyson. Man, Bruce, I don't know. I mean, what's your opinion? What opinion can be had? Did you guys see the video I put out on that? It got like on IG, Instagram, it got over 1 million. It's like 1.2 million in 24 hours. It got 1.2 million views, my reel on that. And at the end, why I'm saying it, not just to brag that I'm excited I got 1 million. I've gotten a bunch of million views, by the way. But what I said at the end of it, which is true, it's like you watch this fight, and whoever wins, either you got one dude beating on the elderly, or you got another dude whooping the ass of a Nickelodeon YouTuber. Either way, it's kind of a circus show, but at the same time, it's exciting because it's Mike and it's boxing. I don't know what to think. I don't know what to think. What do you guys think of that fight? Fury all cap is bigger than everyone. He moves great for big dudes, pops dirty and loads with gloves. I don't respect Kuh, and I used to love his goofy ass. So I realized how much he cheats. So everything you said was a negative, except you said he moves great. So I was confused. I thought you were complimenting him. So you just don't like him. All right. Well, I disagree. I really like Fury. I think he's the greatest heavyweight in the division right now, and I think he beats everybody. Peace. What up, Joe? My man Joe. Saying Bruce. What up, Bruce? Boots should have tried to sign to Matchroom and get Ben fight next. Yup. That would have been dope. Boots and Ben. I don't think Ben will go anywhere near Boots. That's talk about all risk, low reward. You won't get as much money fighting Boots, but probably get beat. Only reason Jake vs. Tyson's on Netflix is to compete with Amazon. Gimmick for press. Might be. But it's going to sell a lot. No more exhibition fights. Yeah, it's gonna sell out. What up, Isaiah? What's good? Hit the like, please. Listen to Richard. Please, just content is free. Love talking to you guys, but please just boop, hit that like button. That's it. And subscribe if you already haven't. I'm assuming most of you guys are subscribed to me. But for reals. Bruce Gas. My man Bruce. Yeah, hit me up. DM me, Bruce. We could do something. So what do we got here? Fury going to beat Usyk. I agree. Cool. I think Fury's going to stop Usyk. I think he's going to go to his. I think he's going to lean on him, wear him out, and most importantly, he's going to explode his breadbasket. Just go at his body, and stop him. I think he's going to stop him. It's going to be too big, too strong, and too dirty / crafty, depending how you look at it. The Martin was popping. I say Tyson will blitz Paul for a good 60 seconds. Too much for Paul. First time he touches Paul's chin, game over. I don't know. But 30-year-old Mike, 25-year-old Mike, man, even 40-year-old Mike, maybe. But 58-year-old Mike, because he will be 58 when they fight. 58-year-old Mike, that's good 20 years past him being even 40. I don't know. Okay, let me be clear what I want to happen. I want Mike Tyson to knock Jake Paul into Sandman time. Just sleeping, dreaming about his days on Nickelodeon and YouTube, and just little birdies. That's what I want. But there's a 30-year age difference. 30 years. I don't know what weight they fighting at. It's gonna be heavyweight. Mike can't get under 220. That just doesn't happen. So who cares what Jake's going to? Jake is anywhere between 185 to 200. That's what Jake's been fighting at. So it has to be 220. Has to be heavyweight. Has to be. I don't think Mike's one of the few guys who's not doing any catch weights, any rehydration clauses, not doing any of that. He just won't take the fight. And he's the A side over Jake. Mike's the first time ever that Mike's is the A side over Jake. And I hate that term A side, but it's more popular. He can control all the demands, Mike. And Mike will just walk away. He'll be like, I don't need this fight. If everything isn't how I want it, peace. Win, lose, or draw. I can't respect cheaters, glove tricks, steroid users. Well, Anthony, I don't believe that Fury did any glove tricks. In terms of cheating and steroid, I don't know. I don't know about all that. I don't believe that he loaded his gloves. Because remember one thing, I'm not getting into this because this shit, it's far in the past, but remember one thing, those punches still had to land, right? And just watching boxing, you saw Fury had better skill and he was outboxing, he was able to land. The punches have to land. Even if the glove is loaded, they had to land, and they landed over and over and over. So to me, he was just the better fighter. But he might have cheated too. It might have been a little bit of both. I don't know. Light skin, what up? What up, light skin business? I'm lighter skinned than you. So we'll see. But that Tyson fight, man, I don't know what to think about that. I don't know what to think. Like, we all like it, right? But it's annoying. But it's interesting. But it's also inappropriate. It's kind of the fight's damn near it. It's just an inappropriate fight. But it's also exciting. You got all of these mixes with it. So what do you guys think? I mean, it's literally inappropriate. It's like when you see a young dude dating a granny. They're at the club, they're kissing. Like, you're just like, oh, nah. But then you have to look at it because you can't stop watching because it's just mad. Like, it's like a car crash. Like, you just can't turn your head. That's what that fight's like to me. That's like saying even if a dude takes steroids, those punches still had to land. Huh? I don't know what that means. I do think the better fighters still skill-wise will win, but our own merit. But don't try to kill someone. Yeah, I agree. Hey, if somebody's trying to kill somebody, absolutely no good, no good, no good. Absolutely. But what are you gonna do? There's a lot of cheating going on in boxing, unfortunately. Some of it we catch, some of it we don't. Some of it there's proof for, some of it there's not. You got judges, you got refs, like Barroso versus Rolly fight being stopped. You're like, what the hell? Talking about Fury loaded gloves. Nah, I don't know what you mean by that. But the punch, Fury was just a better fighter. And in the last fight, there was nothing wrong with his gloves, blah blah blah, and he dominated him worse than any other fight. So to me, he's just a better fighter. But it's very possible. Don't get me wrong. Let me be clear. Very possible that Fury did do something. I've heard stories. It's very possible he cheated. Very possible. I guess I'm just saying I don't think it would have made a difference. But I don't know for sure. If I knew for sure, I wouldn't like him either. I'm surprised people count Usyk out so easily against Fury. What's up, Jonathan? Yeah, well, because Fury destroyed Wilder, I think, and also Usyk's so small. But you're right, because Anthony Joshua's not only but 1 to 2 inch or 2 to 3 inches shorter than Fury, so it's not that huge of a weight difference. You know what I'm saying? So maybe Joshua's not. Maybe excuse me. So and Usyk was able to beat Joshua, so maybe the height won't be that big of a problem for Usyk. I don't know. I think it will be. I think it will be. I do believe Fury's gloves were first, but not loaded in the second. I don't know. What do you think about Andre Ward on the Breakfast Club? Instead of talking about himself, made it all about Canelo. What do you say about Canelo, Martin? I didn't really see it. Marco, I'm okay with Jake versus Mike, only if it benefits and opens more doors for hardcore boxing. Period. We're all gonna watch it. Let's not front. Like, we're all gonna watch it. Teach, big teach. What up? AJ versus Wilder now. Well, yeah, but I don't know. There's a lot of politics. Dude, these LBDC dudes need to stop. He cheated 3 times, and Parker cheated. LOL. And they fired Mark Breland. Shit is crazy. Can't make this stuff up. I'm cool with the LBDC guys, but whatever. I don't get involved in I try in my heart. I don't really get involved in controversy outside the. It was part of the ring, I guess, but I just stick to boxing and I try not to get into he said, she said and stuff. All I know is anything's possible. You know what I'm saying? Anything. Usyk is really good. If Fury feels he can't handle Usyk, he will have a plan for Usyk's ass to flop. He gloves or weights that piece of shit. Waits, he's a piece of shit. Man, I've heard stories. It's possible, man. Totally possible. Andre said Canelo ducked some fighters. Well, he's ducking Benavidez. We all see that with our bare eyes. Nobody said Parker cheated. What, Parker's cheating now? Who the hell said Parker cheated? JD, what up? JD, what's popping? Parker cheated? I never heard Parker cheated. The long fight between Deontay, not Parker. The long flight beat Deontay, not Parker. The long flight. I don't know. What you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. You're confusing me. Yeah, so I don't know. Parker versus Wilder. Not Parker. AJ versus Wilder would be dope. That would give AJ more credit too. AJ beats Wilder if he can, because let's not forget, a sharp, focused, aggressive Wilder could sleep AJ quickly. That would be good. That'd be good. That would prove that would do another check mark, and then AJ, all he has to do is beat Fury, and Usyk, because he lost Usyk. He could check off all the heavyweights of his era and be an all-time great. I was asking your opinion, who would win AJ? Oh. Which Wilder? If it's the Wilder we just saw, AJ. If it's an aggressive Wilder coming forward, I think Wilder. I know. I think Wilder, though, if he's coming forward and doing his thing. But that's tough. It depends who shows up. The flight to Saudi. Yeah, possible. Usyk is going to stop Fury in the 10th round. You're wiling out. There's no way Usyk's stopping Fury. Clarence! What's popping? Bronx in the hizzle. Smash that like button. Yes, please, everybody. Smash the like button. Please, please, please. Now, AJ wouldn't get credit anymore for Wilder after Wilder looked mad washed, unless you're right. But it depends. It's one fight he looked at. Unless Wilder fights Parker, knocks somebody out, and then they fight. But you're right. It's possible he wouldn't get credit. Parker beat Wilder ass fair and square. Don't put smut on the good man's name. Yeah, he did beat him fair and square. I think, the problem is when you see somebody fight one way his entire career, then he fights completely different. And he's choosing to fight completely different. Like you see it. That's why people talk. You know what I'm saying? Like it was not like what Parker's masterful ring generalship and technique and IQ and game plan made Wilder just circle and not engage. It's not. So that's why it matters. Marco, there's a possibility that Fury cheated. Allegedly, there was a gypsy street fighter that taught Fury a video how to dip his hands in petrol oil. Possible. Like I said, I don't get involved in that stuff. It is possible. Anything's possible. What's good, Jimmy Bernard, my man? What's up? Like that picture of you and I don't know if that's your lady. Go picture. Nah, it's too late. If AJ beats Wilder, they're going to say he washed rather than speculate on who would win. Yeah, well, that's why we want to see, ideally, we want to see Deontay knock out Parker, beat Zhang, beat some, and then fight AJ. Then I guarantee you, they wouldn't look, they would just, that was one performance. He didn't look good. And they would step away. They wouldn't even think about the Parker performance if Wilder knocks out a top 10 heavyweight next in old fashion. Wilder needs a vicious KO of, guys, please hit the like button, please, and subscribe if you aren't, of Dubois. Oh, Dubois, yeah. Wilder should fight Dubois. Dubois looked good. Zhang didn't look as good, but yes, absolutely. That's a good way to go. Wilder knocks out, if he can, Dubois, Zhang, then fights AJ. But what's AJ going to do in the meantime? Who's AJ fight next? Because he wants to fight another 3 months. Ward said Canelo is ducking Benavidez. That's because he is. That's a factual statement. And Crawford, while ignoring him and ducking Adonis Stevenson. Yeah, well, I don't know why he spent the whole interview talking about Canelo, if that's true, but those seem like all facts, right? Talk about Vinny Pezians on my channel tomorrow. Oh, dope. I know Vinny, man. When I was up at Kevin Rooney's, when I was a Kevin Rooney fighter, man, I used to chill with Vinny all the time. It's my man. Old school. Yeah, Vinny's mad cool. That'll be a good interview for you, man. Some different for viewers. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Vinny's mad cool. So that'd be a good plan, though, for Wilder. That's a good strategy. That's a good strategy for Wilder to do. And then, but who does AJ fight? Like Wilder needs what, tune-up or a get back in the public eye fight? Who does AJ fight, though, in the interim? He could rematch Parker, I guess, but why? You know what I mean? Wilder is still shell-shocked from the dent in his head from the second Fury fight and the damage done. His punch resistance will never be the same. That's possible. That's very possible. Sometimes, losses or, punishment does that. And it does leave a permanent effect on somebody's mental and physical. That's very possible. Marco, the only fights that are meaningful in the year 2024 that are already officially signed and sealed are Fury Usyk, agreed. Better be Bivol, agreed. Those are the 2 fights of the year. Yeah, well, we need to get these lightweights to drop the A-side diva behavior and all fight each other. That's what we need to do. Get those likes up. Yep, I don't even know what they're at because I'm on StreamYard, but they're probably at, what, 20? I want to get to 50. AJ Ruiz, 3. Meh. Maybe, but why? I don't think he'll do that. He would fight. I don't know who AJ would fight, man. Who's AJ fight? Who do we want to see him fight? Jared Anderson, maybe? But I don't think he'd fight a young lion like that. Like, you don't want to see him fight Parker. You don't want to see him fight. Parker would be the one to fight because Parker's the one who's hot now. But they already fought. Hrgovic, maybe? See him fight Hrgovic? Right? AJ versus Hrgovic? Maybe, but nobody knows who he is. I don't even know, man. Who? Big Baby? Miller or Anderson? Which one? Miller would, Miller just lost to Dubois. That's who we should fight. Did he already fight Dubois? No. We just got it. British showdown. He'll make money. AJ fights Dubois next, waiting for Wilder's next fight and waiting for the Usyk and Fury winner. He beats Dubois, And then that's it. It's settled. Signed, sealed, delivered. Usyk's hand. Usyk hard and seems honorable. Pause. Wilder. Wilder Ruiz, another great comeback fight. That'd be great. He should fight Ruiz. He might get, if he starts running and circling from Ruiz, he'll get knocked out, though. I'll tell you that right now. Wilder versus Jared Anderson. I'd rather see Wilder. Oh yeah, Wilder versus Jared Anderson would be decent. I think Wilder should fight who we said, Zhang or Parker. Not Parker. I'm getting confused now. All these names. Stop motion. What up? Kovalev was washed and looked terrible against Yard and retired after the Alvarez fight. True. He did look bad against Yard. He beat Yard, but barely. Right, he was losing. He just ended up knocking him out. What's up, Blunts the Engineer? 1923. Can AJ take Dubois' power? Yes, I believe so. AJ versus Hergovich. I think AJ versus Dubois is better. AJ Dubois, and then Wilder should fight either Zhang or Zhang. Wilder should fight Zhang, maybe. Or Ruiz. But that's, I don't think I don't see any problem with AJ taking Dubois' power. AJ versus Frank Sanchez. That's not bad. I think it's better to do Dubois because Dubois looks so good against. Well, he didn't look good though. He quit against Usyk, but he gave Usyk some fits. And Dubois just looked good against Baby Miller, Jarrell Miller. So there's a few that could be made. None of these are super exciting though. Let's not front, right? None of these have us like, yeah. AJ always got up. He could take Dubois' power. Just don't know if he can take Wilder if Wilder actually landed one. Exactly. I don't think he can. I love Wilder, but if he's made enough money, I would rather see him hang it up. Become the industry's punching bag. Yep. Agreed. But he says, from what I hear, he has a new, invigorated mentality towards boxing. So AJ versus Efe Ajagba. Ooh. Yeah, that's not bad. Or Wilder versus Ajagba. But Ajagba's an up-and-comer. I really think Dubois is a good one for AJ. All British fight, too. Make more money. I think that's a good one. Ajagba versus Jared Anderson's good. Yeah, Ajagba's the one where the dude just, when the bell rang, just turned around and walked out the ring, right? Didn't even fight him. That was Ajagba, wasn't it? If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I don't know much about Ajagba. I remember they had him touted as like one of the next big dudes, like up and coming champions, but he had a couple fights where he didn't look that great, right? So he kind of fell off that list. I like all those fights, yeah. I'm a little annoyed that there's a rematch with Usyk and Fury. What if Fury beats him real? I mean, even if Usyk, whatever. What if it's just so one-sided the first fight? I don't want to see that twice. These guys are all in their late 30s, just holding up dope fights where we could have somebody actually clear out the division and become a legit generational great. Yes. Marco, only fights we need at the end of the year are Canelo, Benavidez, Terence Crawford, Canelo, Devin Haney, Gervonta Davis. Yep. I think Teofimo, too. I know we looked bad his last fight, but Tio will give anybody a run for that money when he's focused. Ngannou versus Njagba. That's not a bad one. I think Ngannou should. I mean, I don't really want to see Ngannou fight anymore. Jared Anderson versus. I didn't want to see Ngannou fight to begin with. Frank Sanchez. Yep, not bad. That's a good one. Yep. That's a real good one. That's up there at the exact same level experience, level of popularity. That's perfect. I F's with you, bro. I like when you're on TBV. 2, you add the show. Great. Thanks, man. I appreciate you. I assume you're following me, you're subscribed, all that good stuff. On Instagram, too. I don't know if you guys know, but I got an IG, very popular IG. Get a lot of views there. Millions of views. Millions of views a month. Same handle. Marco 3_ boxing on IG. Please follow me there if you don't already. Tons of views. Same content comes out here that comes out there though. Just I'm getting a lot of views over there. Tio versus Matias. I don't think Tio's gonna take that fight. Tio's only gonna fight the champs. That's a bad fight for Tio. Lot to lose, not much to gain. Devin Haney versus Tank in Chicago would be great. Why Chicago? Tank's Baltimore, Haney's California. I don't get why Chicago. If Ngannou fight, he got to start at the bottom. Yep, not every champion and their mother. Which MMA fan hurt you, Marco? What do you mean? Hurt me how? What you talking about? Matthias is a champ. He is. Good point. I just meant one of the four horsemen. So he's only looking for legacy and big money fights now. Tio, and it's I know that because that's how he's moving, but he also said it. Matthias is going to be the least amount of money and legacy adding. We're talking Haney or Tio, Haney or Devin or Shakur. Those are the three, I think. Or Crawford. Like he's calling out Crawford. He's aiming high. So he's not going to go with Matthias. Too risky, too little reward. What up, Haas? What's Papa locking? I guess you're from Texas. That's Errol Spence's profile. Tank want to fight in Chicago. Why? Cares about Chicago. But Shakur and Tank ain't in TO division. It's 5 pounds. Guys, I'm going to say this once, and I hope you guys all agree with this, or even if you don't, just know this is how I think. 5 pounds. The average person fluctuates 5 pounds throughout the course of the day. The average person. That shows you how little 5 pounds is. It's nothing when you're 5 pounds away to go up a division. The word division or weight class makes it seem like it's so far. It's 5 pounds. 135 to 140 is nothing. I've been in the ring. Those you've been in the ring, you don't feel. You ever even try to wrestle around, or if you're not a fighter, just wrestle with somebody 5 pounds heavier or lighter, you don't feel it. There's no difference. You only start feeling real differences at 10 to 15 pounds and above. And not even usually 15 to 20. But if you're a little guy at 10. So that's my outlook on that. I never really want to hear they're a different weight class. They could all fight each other within 5 pounds. Always. You definitely don't like these crossover fights. No, I don't, because it's not. We want to see fighters build legacy, and we want to see competitive fights, and they're not competitive. While, especially with Fury, he should have fought. I didn't mind him fighting White. And then I got a little annoyed at him fighting Chisora, but then he should have fought a real contender, a fighter to help build his legacy. And so I didn't like that he fought Ngannou for that reason too. I want to see him fight a real fighter. In your opinion, would you have sold more Tank versus Pitbull or Tank versus Frank Martin or Tank versus Rolly? 2. Tank, I don't know. Tank versus Rolly 2 probably. Marco, you prefer Devin Haney or Tio versus Tank, which is a better fight? Tio versus Tank is the most exciting fight. One of the most exciting fights in boxing. Fireworks. They're made for each other. They'll stand in front of each other and bang it out. There'll be no running, no moving, nothing. Fireworks. Tank versus Tio is one of the most exciting fights in all of boxing right now. Matias would fuck around on and kill Tio. Tio beat his ass if he focused. Yeah, true. I agree, but they act like 5 pounds is crazy. I know that's what they act like, but it's not. It's a bunch of bullcrap. These fighters need to start dominating weight classes instead of getting belts and just moving up. Yep, exactly. That's what I'm saying. I didn't like when Fury fought Ngannou for that other reason. Besides, that's not going to be competitive. It's like, nah, fight one of the generational talents, the talents of your generation, and help build your legacy. I got better BF over Bivol, easy. Yep, I got better BF too. Would be wrong in thinking Devin may stop Ryan. Anything's possible, but I don't see a stoppage. I see a boxing session, a lesson, a masterclass, a tube socks being boxed off. That's what I see happening. At the highest level of boxing, I'm sure every pound should mean something at the highest point, though. No, doesn't matter what level you're at. Weight's weight. Makes no difference. No difference. 5 pounds is never going to make a difference, even if you're 105 and you find some like because as you get heavier, 5 pounds means a lot more when it's lighter guys, because you know what I'm saying, like when you take physics and relative weight to size and all that, mass to weight. But even at the lowest weight, which is 100 pounds, straw weight, minimum weight, 100 pounds and 105 pounds, you're not going to feel a difference. Now, 100 to 110, there's a little difference at 10 pounds then. But 160 to 170, you don't feel it. You don't feel anything after about welterweight. You're not going to feel a difference from 10, 15 pounds and up minimum. You don't feel it. I'd rather see boxers get a chance at the top level people because they work their butt off and never get a little shot, and it's unfair. Yeah, I agree. What did you think of Shakur retiring because he didn't want to get the Navarrete fight? He was just frustrated, and I think he might have not even meant it. It might be promotion to get people buzzing, but he was one thing for sure. He was frustrated. It clearly wasn't real. I didn't think he'd really retire at 23 or whatever he is. He's mad young and hasn't accomplished anything yet. Or he has accomplished a little, but not what he wants. He wants to be the greatest fighter. How much he talks and how much he wants to accomplish, he's not quitting. What's your style of boxing? You a power puncher? You mean what do I like or how did I box? I fought. You can see there's clips of me sparring and fighting on this YouTube here. I was like a Roy Jones kind of. I started off being trained by Kevin Rooney, Mike Tyson's trainer. You can see a couple clips of me hitting the bag when I'm 18. You see me doing the bobbing and weaving. Then I transitioned at about around 18, 19 years old when I started fighting near the end of my amateur career. I transitioned into doing like Roy Jones style. I copied him maybe too much, but so that's my style personally, if that's what you're asking. In your opinion, are all Tank big money fights at 140? Yep. Are there any fights at 130, 135 that 130, 135 that would bring Tank a big payday? Yeah. Shakur at 135. And who's the other one at 35? Who's at 35? Shakur and Haney. No, not Haney. Haney too. Tank. Oh, just Shakur, I guess. I don't know about 130. Shakur is just frustrated. Yep, he was real frustrated. I'm about to find this shit. LOL, let's go. Oh, mine? Yeah, go peep it. I got a few. Just scroll through. That's mostly in my reels. Look at my reels or my shorts here on YouTube. You'll see a few. But you could just. I have videos too of my fights. Sparring. I got some sparring videos. I got some actual pro fight videos, and I got amateur bout videos, and a lot of hitting the bag videos. Trill Savage, what up? Loma would be a big money fight at 35. Yes. He's a little, people don't talk about him much because he's a little, you know what I'm saying, out of the scope anymore. But yeah, that'd be a big fight. So Loma and Shakur, to answer the initial question. Agreed. I just took up boxing in my 30s. Is it too late to become an amateur boxer? Nope. There's an age cutoff. I think they pushed it, but you could always fight in masters. When you're over a certain age, they have a masters category as amateur. So yeah, it's not too late. Go for it. Go for it. You could also fight like, and they have also non-sanctioned, just like exhibition kind of fights that are still fights. They're just not USA boxing, official amateur boxing, but it's still all the same rules, all the same refs, same thing. There's always that too. Amateur boxing, official amateur, USA boxing's whack, by the way. The scoring, it's so not like pros. It frustrated me like crazy. Never Ending went life or death versus Conciaco and beat Vasquez. 2 guys Shakur shut out. He just wanted an easy fight. Yep, you're right. I'm about to get out of here soon, guys. Not right this second, but soon. Please hit the like button. Hopefully we're at over 50 likes, but we'll see. Building this whole live thing up. I want to have hundreds in here at some point soon. So we're building, and I'll be getting. I don't intend to become a pro. I don't intend to become a pro and help pros pad their records. Yeah. Yep. Nah, you don't need to become a pro. You don't even have to spar if you don't want to. Boxing, man, you're just good for fitness, for your mental. I mean, I always suggest people spar a little bit. It's good to, but if you don't want to, there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you're older. I don't spar anymore. I stopped sparring 10 years ago, probably. Yeah, late 30s, I stopped sparring. I haven't sparred in a long time. So, shoot me some more comments, questions before we end this mother lover. What you guys got? Talk to me. Please hit the like button, guys. And please subscribe. I appreciate you guys. I just ask that you like it and subscribe to it. That's all I ask. And let me know what else you guys got, what you want to talk about. And you see my Instagram right here, Marco3_boxing. I only fight regular people when they cross the line, but I work out and hit the bag 15 minutes a day. When I'm at the gym, I teach my son. Good. Do you do 3 minutes rest? Do you do 3 minutes work, 1 minute rest when you hit it? Or you just go freestyle? Shakur versus Raymond is a great fight. Ray Savage? No, he's too light. Raymond. Who's Raymond? Have a good night, bro. You too, Seth. I didn't see you in here, Seth. You're just talking now. Did you hear Ward told Joe Rogan he was in talks of fighting AJ before? What? Uh, Andre Ward was going to fight Anthony Joshua? Is that what you're saying? I did not hear that. That's wild talk. If that's true. Marco fans are keeping talking about Lomachenko's age, but based off his performance against Devin Haney, he's still dangerous. Yeah, he's dangerous, but he had 300 amateur fights or 400, so that's a lot of mileage. And he's older, so he has a lot of mileage, man. He might mess around. He might end up getting. We might see him start slurring his words soon, and that's a lot of damage. Excuse me. No rest. It's my cardio getting old, King. Good. Don't rest. But here's the thing. Let me give you guys advice. I suggest you rest, but you do a 30-second rest, not 1 minute. But here's the thing. When you hit the bag, there's one thing Floyd made popular, which I hate, where he goes just like tap, 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 tap. I was taught by Kevin Rooney and Jeremy Williams, and I do this to this day. When you hit a bag, every punch you throw, every punch should be as hard or as fast as possible. No tap, tap, tap. Because what happens in the boxing, in the ring, if you throw tap, tap, tap? All punch should be as hard as possible. And another reason, not only because it's bad for you, even if you're not fighting, you're trying to build your endurance, that builds endurance. Pushing. And with the last 10 seconds of the round, when you get that 10-second warning before the round's over, you punch as hard as you can or as fast as you can. That's how you build stamina. Never throw a punch that's not as hard or as fast. Only rest 30 seconds. And at the end of each round, at that 10-second warning, go all out. Booyaka. Raymond Marataya. I don't know what that is. Listen to Joe Rogan episode with Andre Ward. He really said that. That's wild. He would have got destroyed. Ward wanted to become cruiserweight champion and heavyweight champion, so he wanted AJ to fight. AJ couldn't make cruiserweight. AJ's 250. Dehydrated. Muscle memory and endurance. Word up, Jay Pitty. You know the dilly. Boy, you know the deal. That's exactly what it is. Well, I got muscle memory and endurance. Is that what you're saying? Or are you saying that what I said would build it? I'm not sure what you mean. I'm not gonna lie. I stole better BF's whole shoulder work out and got a fight coming up, and it just motivates me. Oh, you got a fight coming up? How old are you? What weight you fight at? And have you fought before? That's the real question. Yeah, man, I hit bags every day. Every day. Yeah, build it. Yep. What's your opinion on 68 Super 6? I didn't like it. It bored me. I didn't like watching it. All those fighters to me were boring. Even Andre Ward, no disrespect, he's one of the greatest fighters to do it at that weight. But he bored me. I didn't like watching him. I just did not like watching him. He wanted the AJ fight at heavyweight. That's insanity. Like he's about 6'1", and he's 175. So that means he probably rehydrates to about 190. Okay. Let's say he rehydrates to 200. Let's say he puts on 25 pounds. AJ's still 250 and 6 inches taller, 5 to 6 inches taller. That's wild talk. Are you going to be live tomorrow? Yes. I'm going to start trying to go live every night. I know I've been saying that. Trill, they need a Super 6 tournament at 140. They sure the F do. They sure the F do. With no A-side diva stipulations. Yes. No A-side diva Super 6 tournament at 140 with no A-side diva stipulations. And that's also open to anybody at 135. Because remember what I said. Within 5 pounds, we're good. 10 pounds, then there start being a little bit of a thing. 15, definitely noticeable. 20, too much. That's how I look at it. They definitely do. Word up. Why do you think casuals mistake Ward's fighting style between a combination of Money Mayweather and Pretty Boy Floyd? I thought he was boring and dirty. I don't know. I thought he was boring too. Anthony Jones. No, I use his shoulder work out. I get a fight coming up. He's devout Muslim and a family man. He's a killer, and that's who I am in my head. And I admire that. Yeah. Word up. Good stuff. Devin, Ryan, Tank, Tiafimo. Yep. Exactly. See who comes out on top. Let them all round robin each other. Anthony punches way harder too. I mean, like way harder. Anthony could knock him down with just punching him in his shoulder, his chest with the force. That's much bigger. That's ridiculous. See, Ward's another one, man. He never lost. He got his head gassed up. He was a great fighter, but you're gonna step out 6 inches and 60. Well, technically not even 60 pounds. Technically 75 pounds and 6 inches. You're gonna move up. I think Bud trying to fight Canelo at 2-3 weight classes is a little nuts. But this is it's only 2 weight classes as well. But because heavyweights don't have a weight limit, it's 70 pounds. You know what I'm saying? It's not typical 3 weight divisions, which is whatever that would be, 20 pounds. Anthony punches way harder. Yeah, you just said that. Yeah, so that's I can't believe he said that. Somebody send me that clip, please, in my IG DM. Oh, I want to see that. I can't believe Ward said that. I got to see it. Maybe there's some context to it that we're missing, because that's just wild. What's the best boxing equipment for a home gym? Heavy bag, reflex bag, uppercut bag, or something else? Home gym like in your living room, like I do, or home gym like in like a basement or a garage of your house? Do you think Boots should move up to 54? Yep, absolutely. Fight Virgil Ortiz. That'd be dope. Marco Sautis should resurrect Andre Ward for a big fight with Canelo. Nah, Andre Ward doesn't want to fight again. Google it. Remember, Ward said, but he said he had made it make sense. He had a chance, but when they asked him about Wilder, he said he's too long. Okay. Ward versus Charles Martin, an easier fight. Yeah, but Ward should not go into heavyweight. I use a Cobra Reflex bag with suction cups on the bottom for my house. It sticks to your tile floor or your wood floor. That's the best one. You don't have to fill it with water, and you could pop it up and store it and then put it down. Or I use the Quiet Punch bag, which is the one that goes in the doorway with the 2 bars, and then it has like bungees, and then the middle is like a square, pad square, and they have the new rounded one, half rounded one. Those are the best for the house. Everything else is like, if you have neighbors or whatever, it's just too loud and too much, takes up too much space. And anything you fill with water or sand you can't use at home really, because it's really annoying and heavy to move around. So I want something I could use, especially I live in NYC, right? Born and raised, small apartment. Has to be something compact, something that can be, I could store it, take it out, use it, store it. Those are the two. Ward good. He's good, retired. Yep. Quiet one is badass. Yeah, if you see me hit it, yeah, that one's dope. But I warn you, I break. Now, granted, I hit hard and fast, but I hit hard. I'm not just saying that. You guys can look me up. So I've broken every bag at home I've had. It's broken over time. All of them. Every one of them, even the quiet one. I end up snapping the bungee cord. But it takes a while. It takes a while. Not everybody will do that. I've seen you use it. Thank you. Appreciate you. How does Canelo versus Ward go? Good question. I think Ward is just too big and too crafty for Canelo. I think Ward beats him. Decisions him. Yeah. Yeah. I never really went for Ward. I'm also mad at Ward. I have his number and I've hit him up. We have mutual friends and he just never responds to me. Want an interview? Quick interview. I have his number. Hit him directly. Hey, it's me. He knows who I am. We have mutual friends. People have told him who I am. I don't know if he actually has seen me. So I'm a little bitter. But I still think he would beat Canelo. How does Canelo Ward go? Yeah, okay, I just answered that one. So give me a couple more, guys. I'm gonna get out of here in a second. Shannon Briggs thought you hit hard. Shannon Briggs was correct because I cracked him in his hand. Now Briggs is my man though, but yeah, he knows. He knows. I do hit hard. That's what it is. I don't know if I'm faster or because I'm very fast, but I got a lot of power too. Even now, even at 47, I can still crack. I hit that thing. I don't know if you saw the video of me hitting Shannon's hand. That was, all jokes aside, that was not even 20% of my power behind it because I don't want to bust his hand up. You think Ward is just jealous of Canelo, or is it all hate justified? I don't know. I'm not in his head. I have no idea. You seen that clip? All right. Yeah, Ward does need to stay retired. Agreed. I thought I already follow you on Instagram. I'm on you now. All right. Yeah, I hope you do follow me. Everybody, if you guys please hit the like button here. Please subscribe if you haven't. Also, my IG, you see it right there at the bottom of the screen. I could point right down there. It's just at Marco3_boxing on IG. Please follow me as well. If you guys want to hit me up, message me there. That's the place to do it. If there's anything in your career you would have done differently, what would that be? Been more dedicated. But weirdly enough, I always, anybody who knows my story, I train with Kevin Rooney, I train with the top trainers in the world, spar with pros, former champions. But I would always, anybody who knows me knows I would always be in and out. I would fight, I would have a fight, I'd be in the gym every day, then I would just take a month off, 4 months off, 6 months off, a year off. Always very touch and go, inconsistent. So that's what I would have changed, because if I would put my foot on the gas, hey man, I could fight. I would have made some noise. I'm not just saying that. Like, you could ask people who've seen me. But through my media, my work in boxing media, I've learned that most fighters, champions, not just normal, most fighters in general, but world champions, end up either broke or neurological damage, or both. So now I'm glad that I didn't push myself that much, because I don't have as much mileage as somebody who's been doing it their whole lives, pedal to the metal. So that's kind of a catch-22 answer. I wish I would have done that differently, but now I'm glad I didn't. Had Wilder not ducked Briggs, how do you think that fight would have gone? Wilder ducked Briggs? I don't know. No idea. Yeah, but he was already older. Jay Pitty, you think the GOAT Roy Jones going back to 75 to fight Tarver after being that's what Roy said. Roy said that losing that 25 pounds of muscle changed him for life. That's what he said. I don't know. We definitely know that we saw a fighter who looked one way, kind of like Wilder. Wilder knocks everybody out, aggressive, then he starts circling. Roy looked one way, and then when he got in there with Tarver, that first fight, even though he ended up being able to pull it out, looked like a totally different person. That's all we know. And that usually means something went wrong besides just the other fighter being better. Because then Roy continued looking that way against Glenn Clough Johnson and so on and so forth. So I probably, but you don't know for sure. You guys know Roy's my favorite fighter of all time. Why did Rooney stop training Tyson? Don King got in Tyson's ear and made him leave. Bill Caton and Jim Jacobs, who were all, and Kevin Rooney was a part of that whole squad. That was Customato squad. Don King got in Tyson's ear, made him leave, and that's why. Jay Pitty, smash that like button, please. That's like me with rap music. I'm glad I never made it. I would have been poisoning like everyone else. Yep, there you go. I didn't know you rap, but yeah, there you go. Yeah, Roy was my guy too. Roy's my favorite fight of all time. My greatest pound for pound of all time, by far, in his prime. That's my criteria. I look at the prime. I don't look at the whole career, because then obviously you can't be Roy. Roy had a terrible downfall. Yeah, well, that's true. All right, fellas, I'm gonna bounce out of here. I will be here tomorrow night, same bat time, same bat channel. Appreciate you guys. Please hit that like button on the way out. And I will catch you guys tomorrow. Peace.